Yeah.
And it looks like UCal may, in fact, actually be playing the Jace mid, because even though Rich has liked to play it, and you mentioned how that could have been a first pick angle for them, it makes sense in mid, especially with the Talia lock-in. So for Nidalee Atlas, there's two things. You know, we talked about how Sponge had a pretty good... Oh, hold up.
Speaking of Sponge, he's going to make his way in, misses an almost point-blank spear, but it does not matter. That is still first blood. And all right, I reckon, like, if he didn't have his license after the last game, I'm giving it to him now.
Here for BNK, see if they can link some CC together here.
Yeah, they are going to come on over. Sponge able to take the first one away, and even connects the spear there onto Raptor. Actually wasn't expecting that one to land because there were so many things in the way. Now, can Sponge get another little cheeky steal? Looks like the answer is going to be no, because Raptor still has Smite, but now Kellen could be in trouble. Has to flash out of the way of the spear. Sponge can't make up his mind, but it looks like DRX do have this kill locked down for themselves, although Kellen just does the walk strategy and he's going to be fine. Sponge, on the other hand, not so much. About 300 health here as BNK do make their way out.
Actually, kind of a big win for them.
Yeah, now BNK looking to grab the first dragon as well, so most of the grubs and the first Drake. That feels pretty nice, especially when it is that Hex Tech. Cloud going to be next on the menu, so no Cloud Souls, but still some pretty spicy dragon options. So I think that BNK is going to have to give this one up.
Looks like it.
Raptor is going to come in, clears out that control ward, as at least the first one of the grubs is going to be taken here by DRX. Andal getting some vision up and available for himself as Rich with his teleport up and available. Okay, UCal is just getting a bit of the clear treatment as Primal Surge comes in to keep him alive. Teleport comes up towards that top side as well. That is one grub apiece out of these. As Vikla comes over, that should be the confirmation. As never mind, that is a max range spear to even out the grub take. And everyone is out of here. You got a Warrior Trickster to get Raptor out. Teleport's coming forward. We are committing. Beautiful. That's going to guarantee a dragon here for DRX. That's going to even out their feats of strength, I guess.
Yeah, let's see.
As far as that objective is concerned.
Let's see what soul we get here. Pretty curious about it, because these compositions will...
What do you reckon it's going to be?
I'm kind of feeling Infernal.
Oh, it's okay. It's the opposite of Infernal, as now Clear is just going to take it easy here on this bottom side.
Really controlling vision. There just hasn't really been an answer for BNK just yet, and
there's that Eclipse Shield that we were talking about. Of course, Clear, if he does manage to land a few of these in powers, things are looking good. There he goes, denies a cannon there as well, as Andal's going to come through. That time, the public execution's going to land, and Clear, does he have enough of a counter-strike? That's the question. He's burning, 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 but it's not going to be enough. I think he ate a cookie there to make sure he stayed alive, and it worked out beautifully. Solar Flare goes entirely wide as Sponge is turning up to protect his mid laner. Kellen is actually going to take a big ride as now Sponge able to help Lazyfield grab a kill before going down, as now UCal coming on over to help with this one. That dive was a mistake, and DRX punish.
Now, that was a huge punish there from DRX, so the wave was cleared out early, and so much damage taken from Kellen. The collapse was super easy to play out there.
Really clean Jace playing. Diablo's dead. Diablo's dead.
That didn't look like it. We'll have to wait and see.
And Clear is now in a whole host of trouble because there is a Jace coming in. Rich might die before he gets here. His Grandmaster's Might helping him out, but UCal's running real quick, and he's just getting thrown around there to the skies. As you said so eloquently before, I mean, he does that again, and that's another dead player on the side of BNK.
They will get the turret here, but DRX have already gotten the first one, so
maybe DRX are just a really good team. Not quite there as cleanly as what DRX have been doing. Of course, they haven't had a lot of pressure on them, right? So there's not a lot that's stopping Andal from just orchestrating, their vision layouts as he sees fit. And that's something I think BNK need to be looking out for.
Sneak those grub scenarios into their favor and then kind of opt out of fights, but see what they can do to UCal here.
Yeah, Seismic Shove is going to connect. Solar Flare this time is going to work out, as UCal may take one with him, as Kellen's really dead. Decent Magnet Storm is going to help take that one down, as Andal, he'll claim the kill. BNK will be able to make it work, though, by being able to pick up the turret, trading 1 for 1. It's not the end of the world, but they'll give away Shelly. And DRX are going to look to push even further on this top side. As Clear, he is Jax, pretty good at dealing with a dive, but as soon as that counter strike's down, it's going to be a tough time. And Lazyfield, man, he's really starting to do some damage with those 2 items he's already put together.
Yeah, now Vikla is going to get some damage done to this turret here, but you trade 1 for 1 on the bottom side, push the Jax out, get a turret here. It's not really a big enough win here for BNK.
For some reason, crashes it straight into a wall, so that was obviously a bit of a mistake. It's fine. Thought it was kind of fun, sort of the idea, but now Shelly is just going to march past them. And old Diablo's going to get tagged there as Kellen taking so much damage. Yukao will just kill him. Sponge over the wall there as well. No safe place for this Leona to go. And Raptor took most of his health bar, incidentally, from what I kind of saw.
You know, BNK were able to kind of opt out of 2 risky fights on both Grubs here in this first game, but they weren't willing to do the same about this Otacon, but they were so low on health. Sure, they stopped the Otacon and they were able to get it in a reset, but they took so much damage in doing so, they were never going to the follow-up fight, and then Kellen going in there at the end of that one was a little bit puzzling. I suppose he just wanted to make sure Vikla could get out.
And they're making this more poke composition than anything else work very, very well.
Well, they played the early game and they were able to get so many picks so well, and the backfire of the play topside into Yukao, for example, just gave them such a gold lead that the poke composition is hitting harder than it's supposed to right now, and it just makes it so difficult for BNK. Before, and it went even harder now. Baron spawns in 45 seconds. They're going to have so much vision for that. Rich maybe in danger.
Rich may die as Public Execution is going to be put on cooldown. For fun, as Yukao's going to be able to take an inner turret for it. Remember, that is just the Otacon buff removed. So Rich, not too worried about it. Completes his second item. Yes. To learn it in this series, though, Wolf,
no,
I was not.
FEARX is just so smart today.
This is actually just a really beautifully played, like, poke and side lane composition. You know, the smoke and mirrors is, that's just engaged from Ondil. Kellen is going to be able to Zenith Blade, but it's a double kill for Lazy Feel. And I feel like he's putting in the work. He's named incorrectly in this particular game because this guy is doing heavy lifting in these fights.
Half KP. Well, we may have to hold our thoughts on this for a moment because we are going to have a contest here by BNK.
Yep, True Shot Barrage comes in as Andal. That was an interesting maneuver, but I liked it. I think it was just a Hex Flash, having a bit of fun there as very low health bars here on DRX. There's the steal from Raptor. Oh no, he still has a smite button. That Cyclone also getting so much value. Remember, Otacon I think is still here. No, it's just worn off. As Clear is not going to be able to survive, but Diablo playing that one out very well. Yukao there with an auto attack though. So he's going to be able to take him down. Baron on the rift though for BNK. The Dragon, Lazy Feel going to start this one up immediately.
I love this.
Solar Flare just gets a slow onto Sponge as the Weaver's Wall comes in. Kellen not really finding very many buttons as Andal keeps Vikla out of there. That is going to confirm the Ocean Soul as True Shot Barrage not getting a lot of value. And the Void Seek also not going to connect now. Rich going for a bit of an engage as Raptor cycloning just to try and save his skin. Kellen desperately engaging, but he's going to go down. These health bars are so low. They get away from Clear so comfortably. Does Lazy Feel, and Vikla is now running away. The Shock Blast tags the cheeky monkey trying to escape. And it is only Vikla left. I think DRX are going to say goodnight to this game right here.
I think so. And what a beautiful game for DRX it was.
Dear. Okay, teleport does come through because, of course, there is no CC on the Nidalee, so you don't need to be too worried. However, all this is going to provide Vikla is the ability to watch his Nexus turrets explode. And, oh, that's a nice little immune there, but it is not going to really do too much. Both Nexus turrets in the Nexus and DRX. I just want to say, gorgeous execution of this composition. Xerath was originally... Back when Azir first came out, Xerath was the counterpick. This was 2015, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll give you that Xerath outranges Azir in the lane, and he's great in the lane. The tin. Yeah, I always steal that phrase from you because it's one of the best caster terms I've ever heard.
I mean, it is very effective. Oh, that was not the teleport that you're looking out for. Interesting that he's taken teleport. Glad that we made a note of that, as Andal is probably dead. Yeah, he is. And so that doesn't quite work out. Diablo comes back with the items that he's looking for, and Lazy Feel, standing in the brush here, is going to be okay. Gets the flash out, trades it for his. That would have meant that that's a kill, or at least a cleanse. As Raptor moves in, swoops out this ward, actually puts down a control ward. I don't know about that one, as Raptor does have to flash. There are a lot of DRX bad guys set up here. Now the rest of his team moves over. Can this 3v3 work out? It's Kellen! Oh no, he's going to get knocked back by the Vault Breaker, and now it's a 2v3. Sponge going to have to flash to get out of the way, but the double knock-up is there from Ondil. And Diablo just grabs 2 kills. The minions get mad at him, but not mad enough. And Andal, I don't even know whether you win this 1v1, buddy. 3 people with the hail of arrows. Yeah. It stacked up Blight all over the place, and then hits like 3 with the piercing arrow as well. Like, man, And he's now 1,000 gold ahead, Serrated Dirk in hand, and
Look
it's
at
only
this,
going to get worse.
I mean, there's no money for LazyFeel. He's just incredibly behind, even with 2 kills.
Yeah, Chains of Corruption comes down, and I don't know what Sponge is going to be able to do here as Andal gets on in, but Diablo, he's still at half health, and LazyFeel, he ain't doing anything about this. And yes, Andal gets out, but that is 2 very quick kills for BNK.
And Xin Zhao, like, you're going to skirmish a lot in the early game, and the Xerath is kind of like, well, I don't want any part of that, by the way. I think there's a little bit too many champions that can get on top of me over there, so good luck. I'm not going to join, and that is just the Dragon going over here to BNK. It's not as I mean, high prio is the Corki, where we're like, oh god, like that Corki game against T1 where you're like, ooh, this is just game losing before we even finish the draft, but it certainly feels very bizarre, and these are the kind of decisions we've seen DRX make sometimes that make you scratch your head a little bit. Yeah,
and I mean, I think more egregious is just the blind Gnar out of nowhere, right?
That's also weird.
Like, we don't need to make decisions like that.
It's going to make such quick work of this turret. By the way, 6 grubs for BNK, and he doesn't even have his Nashor's Tooth yet, but he just does so much. He will now have it, by the way.
Yeah, and they also, they just completed Feats of Strength by getting first Dragon as well as all of the grubs, and so we don't even see first turret blood from LazyFeel. He'll take that trade any day of the week, though, because this turret continues to go lower and lower. And all right, let's see whether Sponge can make this happen. There's the Vault Breaker flash as they try and land all the buttons, and they will be able to successfully do so. Yukal hits the ulti. That's going to work out. Andal taking a fair bit of damage as LazyFeel is dead to a Q. And he presses the ultimate button just to clear out the minion wave.
It's okay, you got a kill. The build of Yukal in this game, too, of the first Archangels, does kind of tell some of the story of how scared he is into the enemy draft.
Yeah. Okay, Raptor flashing. Sponge is really dead, guys. Super duper dead. It's going to take a little bit of time, but eventually it is going to be the hail of arrows that locks him down.
He is pretty good when you consider Clear also has teleport. He doesn't have to worry about a Gnar bar or anything like that to come over here and manage this fight. Damage is going to be really strong.
I think
Sponge actually on Krugs.
Yeah, he didn't have the information that Raptor was there.
Set up a pick is going to be able to get it done because they're significantly far behind, and some of the best pick targets you're going to have are going to be like the Elise, who may be able to repel away. Vikla should be fine.
Well,
although
Sponge is just going to dive in. That is a max range bullet time to help lock that one down. Sponge almost dies. Turret calculated, baby. That is down to 10 health.
10 health. So I didn't think they were going to go for it, but he does ultimately just barely do it and kill while getting away. So I'll eat my words on that one. I thought Vikla was going to be fine. Had flash too, didn't use it.
Oh, Chains of Corruption going to land as the Mega Gnar is set up here for Rich. Doesn't get a wallop or anything like that, though. And look at Diablo. He's just standing his ground. Kellen able to land the cocoon. That's beautifully done. In goes Sponge, though. Looks for the opportunity now as Rich just smashes down Raptor. This could be the turn because somehow Yukal lived. Yes, there is a Crocodile pushing on the top side, and now Kellen is going to die, but Diablo is back, and Rich was an auto attack away from dead. Clear is now going to teleport in. Can the Vault Breaker actually work out, though? That's the question, as Rich is going to be taken out. Decent knock-up from Andal, but I don't know whether Sponge is making it out of this one. Does get a Vault Breaker. And he needs another one, but it's not going to work out. The Ruthless Predator. Oh, that was actually very, very cute.
It almost has flashback.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, really cute stuff, but Diablo just says no. Presses Q and he's dead.
Ultimately go down. His flash is like 1 second away, but he still gets sniped.
Well, speaking of Clear, he is going to kill Rich. Diablo is going to die, though. That's going to be a big deal. Lots of money over to Yukal. Honestly, that could be a turnaround, although it is still.
Dark Seal, he's got a needlessly large rod in his inventory. It's going to give him a needlessly large amount of AP, and maybe that will be what helps them get back into this game. Right now, though, looking at Soul Point.
In doesn't actually get there. They do have information, but do they have access?
Gnar bar here for Rich is pretty big, but doesn't have flash.
Oh, actually, the Gnar bar control is really good. Not able to get the transformation as he makes his way in, but in goes Andal! They blow up the jungler! Sponge is in the pit! Can they kill him before it goes down? Oh my god! Articon is secured by Diablo, of all people! And now it is elementary. They'll take down Rich as well. It was so close! That's turns out not quite as strong as maybe we once thought. There's Andal moving over. A possible little engage here on the side. Cease and desist coming on in. As Yukal going to be able to offer the damage. And there it is. Just rains down a bunch of arcane stuff on the Crocodile, and they'll sacrifice Inner Turret and Inhibitor Turret for it. And it's not worth. Vikla throws an ultimate to Narnia, but that's where it can go. It doesn't really matter too much. He's going to be sent home once again. LazyFeel almost dead, and every kill the BNK gets is a big deal. Diablo will go down. I don't think Raptor's getting too much more here, as there are 4 bad guys around him, and LazyFeel is just dead. My God, man. Because remember, it's 100 gold and like some blood petals or something if they go down, but the kills onto DRX, they stick.
Teleport in, which I think was the right call. So he still has TP, he still has flash, and he's pushing hard.
It's a corruption going wide as Yukal has to flash. Yep. Andal able to battle dance his way out.
Health off. This Ocean Soul here is all but assured, though, for BNK. They have so much vision control here, and they're just not giving up the prio. Sponge going in.
Yep, looking at Diablo. They will be able to get on top of him. Will they be able to get the kill? That's the question. Is okay, Vault Breaker's going to do it. Kellen is extremely low. The bullet time says goodnight, and Kellen's just going to die. DRX doing it? My God, the Gnar onto 2, the knock-up from Andal. They are selecting their targets, and they are executing. And there is only one that's dead. They sacrifice only LazyFeel, and they will kill Clear here as they all chase after him. Sponge diving forward, and BNK, what kind of a lead is enough for you to win a series?
I know, it's the question I think we're all going to be asking. Even if they bring us to 3 in this one, the coaching staff is not going to be happy with these last 2 exchanges. Down 5,000 gold. And, I mean, all it takes is the right setup, all it takes is the right target selection.
Well, Raptor going to get the knock-up onto Sponge here as he ceases and desists. That's Clear diving into the backline. Emperor's Divide is going to pick off LazyFeel, and this time, BNK are actually going to find the team fight that they're looking for. Triple kill from Diablo, and that's what happens if you don't kill him in a second.
Nice attempt there.
The Arcana Pulses are really hurt.
They really do. Nice attempt from Andal to try to set up the bullet time there. Had a really nice angle for his ultimate, but they're just still so far behind. TP here from Vikla will seal the deal. It looks like we're going to 3.
Yeah, looks like it, as Clear is going to push Yukal away. First Nexus turret will go down, and in pure BNK fashion, they are making sure they go the distance in the series as Kellen well and truly dead as that Arcana Pulse lands. But that is going to be them closing this one out.
Lee Sin into Corki makes Corki seem really strong here, actually. And now if it's top Corki, and he ends up flexing Lee Sin at the top here instead, that could work out.
So far, Sponge is going to be spotted on this ward, but is that going to be enough to actually save Diablo and Kellen here? Diablo with that burst fire does show Sponge that they know where he is. It's okay. Will the Qs land? What are we going to get as they immediately get rid of Kellen? That's a real comfortable one, and they actually drop the aggro so quickly. Oh no, now it is just Zeri by herself, but Raptor is coming up. Vikla is there as well. The Lee Sin's in mid, and Andal is most likely dead. LazyFeel going to give up the ghost, so it's a 1-for-1 in the end, as Sponge will find himself a bowling ball, but remember, Vikla is still here. So a dangerous maneuver.
Yeah.
As Sponge just walks up, avoids the Prowling Projectile, which hasn't really been hitting so much here, as Raptor puts the Dragon at 1 health and then just swings his flail around. That is plates going over, though, as DRX almost able to get 2 of them. Yeah, they can.
Lost, so I guess the idea is let's just keep Diablo at bay here, try to take away as much farm as possible, but not going to end up committing any further as Raptor is coming.
Yeah, immediate cleanse. It's really, really nice. In comes Clear, though, as Andal not going to be able to stand beside LazyFeel early enough, I don't think, as there's the flash forward. Diablo explodes and takes down the Ashes. There's the bowling ball, and we're getting a bit tired. Watch out, Eep is not even necessary as Sponge is running at Mark 10, looking for Clear and for Kellen. Winter's Bite will connect beautifully, and there's the spin. It's going to be a triple most likely, as Yukal, I think, is going to be gifted this one. Walks over, just needs a Tempest, does have to flash, as it was a lot of wandering here for the Lee Sin, but now he's online as well. He's playing this on purpose. We know that. And now Andal's going to miss the Winter's Bite. They do find the ulti, as LazyFeel is very dead, but can they get the rest of them out of there? That's the question. It's a double kill. That's a 4-in-1 Zeri.
Zeri moment.
We might be certifying it, Wolf.
I 100% am. 4 kills now. I mean, that's a gold lead you can really feel.
Yep, Sponge is going to be able to walk out with at least one of these, so not going to be giving away a feat of strength, but still, this is dangerous. Oh god, that equalizer placement pretty nice. Is now Clear trying to dance around. Rich finding some angles here as Vikla is almost dead, but he is not the main character. Arrow going to connect onto Raptor. And UCal going to be able to follow that one up really nicely. Sponge coming in, doesn't land the bowling ball, but it doesn't matter. He's going to spin around on top of the Piggy.
You know, some of these lanes a little bit better, but like, it's really the Lilia that's the big problem, the big lead, and she's very squishy, you know, she's very easy to pick, so if she's just blown up before a team fight happens, that could be huge, but Clear is the one who's in danger first.
Yep, there's the kick, there's the watch out heap there as well, but Clear is going to survive with the help of Kel and Vikla, able to take down a big shutdown on this Lilia. And I feel like UCal isn't quite getting the value that he's looking for, and now he's taking the turret when he really doesn't want to. Extender beam coming on in there as DRX, they're not going to be distracted. They want to kill the Corki, and they will be able to do so, as Raptor going to be able to grab the second dragon here at the same time.
Yeah, this is, you know, with that shutdown onto the Lilia. Still massively ahead over Raptor, but you know, in terms of what these champions do, the Sejuani is okay being a little bit low eco.
Mobility, right? Because there's so much AoE on DRX, and if they do get her in range, then she dies very, very quickly. Just have to see whether UCal can execute it. Big deal. Although, I don't know whether Sponge is too worried, pulling Shelly out at this point in time. Rich going to be moving over. That teleport is going to be invested. Clear holding onto his for the moment. Immediate cleanse there from Diablo will make Captain Jack happy. But UCal, he just comes over. That's going to help secure this Rift Herald, and Clear now with some time in the bottom lane. Might be able to get something done as well. As Ando and Lazyfield moving back over. Door value is big.
But he needs to get here very, very fast.
Yep. Just went back and got that Hurricane as Clear is on a really long flank. I just don't know whether he's going to even possibly get here in time. Yeah, they're just going to trade for the turret. Raptor was thinking about a possible steal opportunity, and they're not even going to be able to get any meaningful damage onto this mid lane outer turret as well. UCal turns up. It's going to try and push Clear away
in this fight. Keep talking about these two players specifically because they hold so much power.
Oh, yeah. Oh, UCal looking for an opportunity here. Clear. That is not the face check you wanted. Not able to get to the wall in time, and that is just a barbecued Aurora. Lazyfield now fighting Vikla, and he's got Andal there in front of him.
Miles away, and this fight is so important. Everything else was so well set up, trying to come in and set up for this fight. Just like the last one, they were very late. Remember, they had the 2-item spike for Diablo, but he's not able to get to the Dragon fight in time. This time, Clear's way out in no man's land and gets picked. They didn't even get to have that said team fight. And BNK dropping the ball in terms of shot calling around vision. Don't overextend. Look for picks instead. And that's kind of what they're doing here so far.
Well, UCal going to get a kick onto Vikla here. Closes the gap. Vikla just sort of standing his ground as UCal may need some help. There is going to be a flash out from Vikla. He thinks that he'll be able to survive, but the answer is no. And Clear, that's not the teleport you wanted to go for, my friend. That was not it.
Not even close. Unfortunately, Clear is really choking in this one and this fight.
Yeah, bowling ball moving over towards the Baron here as the door is given to Diablo. Fair bit of value. Knock up onto Raptor as Lazyfield is just throwing as many arrows into him as possible. Even the big one as UCal gets stunned up for quite some time. And they're just buying time, right? Now Otacon is in, and now they're not really too worried about dying.
Like, he's guaranteed dead by the time you're there. Look at the mid lane. The AD carry, your AD carry and your jungler are not even close to this location, so you're just teleporting into your death, unfortunately, in this situation. Yeah. It was just not the right call.
Even without the teleport to come in from Rich at the same time, it would have been pretty doomed as there's a kick. And Diablo is able to get himself out of the way. Arrow going to sail by majestically as well. Lazyfield looking for the opportunity as Vikla will finally turn up. What?
There, I guess. Anyway, that's going to be sole point here for DRX. 3 Infernal Dragons in a row for this insanely fed Lilia.
That is so much damage.
Like, click on her and let me see that AP.
Yeah. Lazyfield gets over there for the DPS, and they're chasing Rich for some reason. As the arrow is going to sail down, nails the jungler, and the Baron just goes down. And he was nowhere near, but still managed to hit him with the arrow, which is kind of cute. It's like you're doing your homework when you don't even really need to. As the knock-up on Vikla comes in. They're looking for a little bit more, though. Final chapter does come down. There's the equalizer trying to split up this fight. My God, the amount of damage is absurd. And the last little bit to come on through there as Sponge goes golden.
Sleep.
There's some sleeps as, oh no, this is Lilia's territory now. And UCal, he'll come on over. And yes, Diablo is pretty strong, but now he has no health and not a lot of opportunities. Still hard for him to get in range, especially without that Q being stacked up.
Diablo
Let's see.
Flash and the shield from the Yuumi.
Yeah, he's actually on the Gromp just to make sure that he can run as quickly as possible.
Hey, look at those little infernal shards on the ground. Speed them out of there. He lives. That's the end of the good news.
Yeah, because that has also bought enough time for Rich to take down an inhibitor turret on this top side of the map. He'll be able to take the inhib as well, as Raptor not going to be able to defend that, especially with the Baron. So BNK lose out on a big fight.
This is going to be a really tough series to recover from for BNK.
Oh yeah, Arrow going to connect onto Diablo as Raptor has that flank angle. Final chapter connecting. As all right, will they be able to survive? They take down both the jungler and the AD carry. Vikla manages to get a little bit of redemption for Corki, but it's not going to put a W in that column, unfortunately. It is 0 and 12 territory we're heading to as Rich shows them the flamethrower, shows them the scrappy shield, and then just destroys cats and dogs next to the base. DRX gonna be able to take down the inhibitor turret in the mid lane. They'll take the inhib as well, and I don't think we're gonna get to an Infernal Soul because I don't know whether the Nexus will last long enough for that one to be relevant.
I don't think so. Tragic end really here to BFX. BNK here in what was a very winnable series, but ultimately fell too short here.
We know they have it in them. That's the biggest issue, right?
I know.
Equalizer making sure they're all slowed up. They're never going to get over to this Nexus, and DRX will just...
Even if he steals the Chaos Storm, it works well with the Rel. Steal the Nara ultimate works well with the Rel. Steal the Sylas or steal the Skarner ultimate with Sylas and Impale with the Rel ultimate. I feel like it empowers BDD in a really cool way. While also gives Duckdom a pretty stable laning phase and was more of a niche support. Looking really good right now. Grasp, by the way, for Faker and Doran as we have engaged.
Oh, Crashdown does come in, but that is a heroic charge and a first blood for Smash. Way, not sure about that one. Maybe he should have listened to casting. As that is not going very well. And already, Smash off to a pretty good start. Grabs himself a feat of strength prior to 3 minutes for BDD. Or at least make sure that BDD can get something done, as Owner is going to have his back denied. This could be a big deal as Vault Breaker does come in, flashes in front to make sure that Owner can't get out as BDD's going to flash in, lands the chains, and picks up his first kill, but Faker's going to immediately answer. Now you've got a Rel coming over, another Vault Breaker going to land. There's the crash down, but it's going to get the flash out from Faker, and he will survive.
Lock him down. If he's just a little bit faster, it's different stories. Oh!
And Doran's going to solo kill Perfect under the turret.
Just one of them is, yeah, it looks like he just whittled him down earlier. Well, hits level 6 off the last minion and has his Mega Gnar. Does the Unstoppable get used?
He just gets not into the wall. Wallop.
It doesn't. Crush him. Yeah. Doesn't get to Unstoppable his way out of that one. Huh.
Yeah. Sometimes you just get chain CC'd. And yeah. All right, Cuz going to be looking for the first dragon. Perfect will be able to grab one of these grubs as well.
Going up T1's way, and it may come up even more.
KT can't be playing too aggressively here as Duckdom isn't going to find the ulti. There's another heroic charge, and wait. I mean, he did have the Aftershock this time, but it wore off, and then he died.
Hail and stuff like that. I'm mostly concerned for T1. The one thing I'm worried about is what BDD can get done with his Sylas and his steals.
Well, there is a Chaos Storm available, and there is the cease and desist. Cuz not going to let him live this time, and BDD is able to finish that off. His flash came off, cooldown, like 2 seconds after he died there. First quarter of their second feat of strength. Sandals being put together quite nicely.
Yeah, and this is utilizing their bot prio very well. Sandals are incoming.
Incoming. That is going to be 5, so there we go. And T1 have a lot more pushing power as well as getting very, very close to having new shoes, which is pretty nice. The lead here for T1. They just have so many tools here in this this mid-game. Owner can just press this button over and over again, and Duckdom, he had flash, guys, and he uses barrier and dies.
Boy, but he unfortunately did not. I think flashing in this situation is
dead. There's an Impale.
Oh, God.
And Wei's going to have to flash. He does manage to do so, as at least they do manage to get some damage onto Carrier. Cease and desist, as another crash is going to come through. Cuz is dead. You didn't ban Skarner, guys. As all right, let's see what BDD can do. Diving towards Smash here as best he can. Gets a Killer Instinct, but he's dead. Wei's dead. Faker's in there. They're going to take down the turret. This is a catastrophe. What is going on?
See you in game 2. All I can say. That was almost really cool, right? Ducktom almost got out without using his flash. Almost stacked together. It's up being a whole lot of 0, actually. Only counts if you can succeed. And that's another turret down.
Yep, they got the strong shoes as well from that mid lane outer turret falling down. Then they would have got another one.
Herald fight? I think KT feel like they have to okay. This.
Oh dear. Ona's coming in. Wei's going to stop him. They're going to see whether they can kill Doran. He gets the Mega Gnar. Don't know about the flash, but it's going to do its job as Wei is just dead once again. Perfect and Faker are fighting. The Cassante doing some work here as they take down the Silas. Ona is deciding where he wants to drive, and you can see up here, nothing going to come of that battle. It's looking real good. As Ducktom, all right, lying in wait, wanting to get the Chains of Corruption. He hits it on the Skarner, and then gets impaled, and now he's dead. And the Skarner, did he notice? I'm not entirely sure. Another heroic charge coming on through here onto Cuz. Decent crash down though as Carrier may be falling, but not before Wei goes down. It's a double kill for this Skarner. Look, I don't know whether the win rate of Skarner is going to be changing to believe you. Let's see, maybe KT can surprise us. They definitely surprised Smash right there. Chains of Corruption connect, and Ducktom going to be able to grab the kill. That is a shutdown, and that is a fair bit of money going into the right hands here. It has a definable KDA to start us off. It's great to see. As Cuz, speaking of great to see, actually looking for an opportunity towards his bottom side as All Out going to be used. Doran actually still getting a lot of work done as the Vault Breaker is avoided. Faker teleports in. Perfect in a little bit of trouble. Chains connect though from BDD. They do take down the Gnar, and now T1 with a few on the floor. This is the best way to beat Skarner. It's fight them when the Skarner isn't there.
Just focus on the cast.
I know, like anyone here in LoL could just cease and desist me at any point.
Especially G-Sub.
I'm always actually wary of it. I'm always on edge. I'm glad that we've now vocalized it. It might help me deal. If I try to take down as the Rift Herald is going to try and get some value because it was almost dead before Shelly's charge even came through. Carrier actually going to save Shelly's life, at least for a moment. They do manage to scry it, but is it too late? And I think the answer is yes, because if you commit to this and it doesn't work out, it's a disaster, as the Keeper's Verdict is going to be stolen here by BDD. And that's all they really managed to do. But now the teleport is coming in. Faker, that is a flank angle if ever I've seen one. The All Out means he goes even further. Cuz going to join in, but he goes golden. He breaks the arm guard and he will be sent back home. Of course, not really punished all that much. Wei is likely to die here as Ona is going to crash him into the wall. And yeah, he'll crash down, but he is certainly still out. And KT, they lose one. Could have been worse, perhaps.
Miracle Angler, BDD has hijacked back. Where's Doran's position? He's got the Gnar.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh dear.
Maybe.
Corruption is going to stop Ona for now. They're focusing the Skarner and actually doing a fair bit of damage here as Ducktom. We're going to try and still get these autos in. Carrier dives forward, playing pretty good defense, but so is Perfect. Able to knock him back. KT surviving for what feels like such a long time, and Cease and Desist is still up and available. Smash. Is he going to do it? That Killer Instinct, he dives into the backline, the Magnus Storm, the immediate reaction, and BDD smashes him into the wall. It is still Otacon buff that's available, so T1 can pretty happily do this, as Carrier managing to survive for way too long. They take the 100 gold from him, but they lose their Varus and their Vi. BDD, the Chain Lash comes in, he dodges the boulder, and the chains are not quite long enough. Oh, T1 can now move back towards the Baron and get to work on it. It felt like a hype situation from yesterday, but it wasn't because Smash had Otacon buff, so now he's back. He's here to help assist with this Baron, and Cuz is dead. That is going to be a guarantee on that one. They've got a Cloud Soul if they'd like it to immediately follow up, and it will be a 10,000 gold lead.
You know how we've had these kind of graphics come up sometimes to talk about, like, oh, it's one of the first time we've seen this champion. Well, sometimes the LCK gives some information that the people might not be aware of. Like,
and now they're even not able to sweep this ward in the Tri-Brush, which is giving T1 all the information that they will ever need. And Keeper's Verdict going to miss this time around, as Cuz will find Faker in the backline, but then he will be found by Ona as well. So Cuz is very dead. That's going to be the first one to go down, as Ducktom's trying to get some autos in, but he's just dead. Not a lot of opportunity to do anything. The flash doesn't quite work. He wanted to get over that wall, and Perfect is going to acquiesce to his request. And then that might just be all the positive news here for KT, as Perfect will be knocked down. And T1, with most of KT now on the floor, they should be able to walk up and finish this one off. Already the teleport's coming in. Faker, he is done with this game.
He really is. And I think you and I have been for about 15 minutes.
Oh, wait, sorry, 28 minutes and 17 seconds, Wolf, that's about it. Wait, when was Skarner locked in?
Probably about 30 minutes ago?
Yeah, 30 minutes ago, something like that. Yeah, this champion is very, very strong, but T1 also playing exceptionally well. KT not quite able to make this composition work. They will throw some buttons down now, but their Nexus will not be saved.
Because especially like when Ari thinks she's like, oh, I'm just gonna go proc electrocute. Be careful, you watch out, you end up getting caught by that Galio, he combos you at level 3. He has that magic resistance built up into his kit. BDD on the other hand is gonna come up here. They have a really nice setup here for Grubs now. Wade also on the flank, and T1 need to be really respectful here. Faker can ult in, but it's a risky call.
Yeah, Honeyfruit gonna be eaten here by BDD, as Cuz will be able to take down the first Grub. Can actually just back away now if they would like to, but instead they're going to pull it out. Perfect going to just shock blast the wave. See what he can get done here as the Grandmaster's Might now available here for Doran.
Perfect is keeping KT in this game, man. His control of the top lane, his pushback on Smash there, the group that they have with Cuz coming up there super fast to the Grubs means it's really difficult for T1 to enter. And even with Jinx not having a ton of money, KT are able to get the first objective on lock here.
Alongside Faker. It's going to be a difficult time. However, if T1 just have full control of the area, they have a lot of range, they have a lot of poke, and that could be their avenue to success.
That's what I'm really thinking is going to be what this game looks like, based on what we've seen so far. But being 30 CS behind, as anyone who's played solo queue with a support that's trolling you as an AD carry, as a side lane threat, Wei does have flash, should be okay here. He's not even going to take that much damage to the clips. But
oh my god, that's so much poke! True Shot Barrage kills him!
All right. Well, I thought I cast her.
That's what happens when you get hit by everything, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
Great True Shot Barrage from him. The thing about this situation, I was going to mention going to the Jax and all that before Wei really overextended there is, if they get 4-5, the Jax is significantly weaker as a side lane threat because he doesn't have those Grubs in his pocket. He's down on CS, but now they're even in Grubs.
Oh, dear.
And, I mean, Dogdom is not in the safe place.
Well, in goes Wei. He's trying to get revenge as BDD is dashing forward. Super Mega Death Rocket doesn't do anything, but that does not matter. They still answer the death of Wei with a kill on carrier. Support for support. This feat of strength.
Okay, this is a really, really scary position, though, for KT Rolster. If they lose this fight decisively, I mean, they might not have a way back in this game.
Yeah, Vegas Teleport just about to come back up again as Wei goes in, finds the Solar Flare. Super Mega Death Rocket landing his carrier so incredibly low. Doran, no option, cannot do anything, and there goes the Drake as well. It's beautifully played here for KT to make sure that they deny those feats of strength.
The turret's still here.
Yeah, oh, it's going to be a race though. Let's see how quickly Perfect can take this down. Smash just needs another one, and it's not going to win. That was the first turret going over to KT, so once again, it's just whoever gets the next objective. Do not want tagged by a spear or by the True Shot Barrage. As now Doran looking for that angle. They poke Shelly in the eye. Let's see whether they do manage to lock this one down. That's the steal from Ona. That gets them the feats of strength, but can they win the team fight? Doran already going to go down. Dogdom getting excited, and the essence is picked up by BDD. Throws the Orb of Deception through, and it looks like KT just wanted to get out of there, but Faker says no! Dogdom goes down, and BDD has to flash to get out of the way. Spirit Fire going to give him that extra movement speed. He gets himself out of there.
And they just can't really have that same waste up. This time he's isolated.
Oh god, and he's by himself. Like, why are we doing this? He does manage to get some CC onto Smash, who may not have wanted to go this far forward, but Faker is there to protect him. Owner in the backline, Cuz almost kills him, finally does. Managed to take him, that's a solo kill? That's kind of insane. Where is Smash going? This fight is all over the place, but Dogdom is the one that's truly isolated, and Perfect does not find the Shock Blast. Yeah, okay, it almost looked okay for KT, but T1 really turned that one around, and it should be a free dragon for them. Perfect from pushing this one up. Looks like Cuz is going to be able to get this Infernal Drake without too much hassle, and it's Arakan towards the top side of the map that might be the option here as far as a trade for T1, or maybe catching Dogdom in transition.
Top turret is an opportunity for
Oh, BDD dives on top of Ona. Solar Flare is going to stun him up there as well. He gets heals, but it's not going to be enough. And now Cuz, Warrior Trickster over, looks for the Cyclone, gets the knock up. Super Mega Death Rocket connects. Smash gets over the wall though, and that Shock Blast does not land. They may need to take a Consolation Carrier, and there it is. Cuz going to be able to knock down that kill, and with two dead, one of them being the jungler, it may be time to grab themselves an Arakan as this True Shot Barrage is going to soften them up momentarily, teleport in to stop Doran from just destroying their house. BDD wants to remove the minion wave, but it's not going to be enough, actually. That turret is going to die.
The True Shot Barrage from Smash is actually super valuable here. I mean, these health bars are so low. Doran wants to come in and contest. They may have an angle. Faker has TP as well.
Yeah, the heroic entrance going to be there, but without Smite, it could be a dangerous one. Doctom with the DPS, and Cuz almost just dead to Otacon, but nope, they're going to be able to take it down. Now with that buff, it's going to be difficult for Doran to really do too much, and he's just going to catch the wave. The rest of KT going to back away. Very, very difficult here.
We'll see what they can get, because Perfect is going in.
Yeah, he's going in, and he may as well. He does have the Otacon buff, and they're going to take down Carrier, so it's already worth it, I guess. BDD dashing around, gets a bit of extra essence by helping take down the support.
Doing Otacon, as really want to watch live because this is really important. So
yeah, Cuz getting the double Cyclone here as Doran with that counter-strike just standing vigil, but he's not going to save Ona. Perfect going down very low. Cuz as well is in trouble. And, wait, never mind, he's actually going to be okay. Warrior Trickster comes through, and remember they have the Otacon buff, so he's playing with reckless abandon. Way going in. Doctom is probably pretty dead at this point in time. Yeah, it's going to be Doran help blocking that one down.
Pretty rezzed.
Hey, there we go. But also still gives away a little bit of gold as BDD, cue the yakety sax. As he's underneath the enemy turret, looking to see whether he can take down Smash. He's not going to be able to.
It seems
as
like
a charm from beyond the grave comes on through there. And now going to defend this inner turret. So Faker here on this bottom side, outers and inners is going to be just free money here for T1, who have really rid the map of these structures. And Smash has done so much damage. Yeah, he's really making things work for him. Doctom not.
Yep. And this is really, like, again, KT walking a fine line here on this Dragon.
Yeah, Cuz already getting it so incredibly low as Ona out of vision right now. Faker actually engaging onto Waze, not really the priority target. There's the Cyclone into the back line. Faker gets interrupted, no heroic charge for him. As now Smash might have his first death of the series, but no, he arcane shifts away, keeps himself alive. It is going to be soul point for KT. They kill Ona. It is probably still a great trade for them. But the fact that Smash survives, that's sick. And Doran trying to get on in here as Doctom able to get the Flame Chompers down. Leap Strike to avoid them. Doctom gets taunted, but he does have the barrier. Can he keep himself alive? The answer's no. And there's the knock up onto Cuz as well. Warrior Trickster comes in. He gets, oh my goodness, the Cinders to keep him alive. As, oh, Doran, you didn't want to take that one as the turret is going to finish him off. Yeah. Oh, the zap. Oh, he even gets the cat. Does he die, though? Dead. Yeah, because, yeah, Smash just chases him down, has the extra movement speed from the Inspire, and it is so doomed. Like, this should be just Baron.
This time, wait, you're not supposed to go in, nobody's there. You're not supposed to just go back in.
But Doctom, you're not allowed to be there because Smash just chases you down and you die.
Everybody knows exactly, like literally every person who's played more than 10 games of League of Legends knows exactly that feeling where you're like,
yeah,
I zap that and I think it'll be okay. Like, I think I can get that. Like, hold on, let me zap that cannon and I need this money. I'm so desperate. I've been able to farm all game. It's not fair.
I mean, maybe we're being hasty. No, I don't think we're being too hasty having this discussion, as Faker is going to get caught out momentarily, going to get stopped by those Flame Chompers as Wei is dead, but can they kill Faker? The Cyclone comes in, and yes, they can! Carrier to go down as well, and the resets are starting to come through. BDD does need to be careful because Smash, oh, he gets charmed, and he immediately just Arcane Shift, cleanses, gets out. Doctom almost just dies to that True Shot Barrage. And remember, there's a man advantage for KT, but it doesn't feel like it because Smash is here. And he's looking to just take matters into his own hands. Doran going golden at about 0 health. The zaps are connecting. You have to kill Smash, KT. You have to kill him, otherwise he will kill all of you as Perfect gets on top of him. There's the shutdown. And KT, they lose no one.
Maybe
and it's an ace. And that's Infernal Soul.
Maybe we were hasty at least. Every time you doubt KT, every time it's a unanimous prediction against them. But Smash disadvantage. KT don't have that guy, but still, even he.
Oh dear, Faker teleported in as well. That tower is not long for the world, and they lose the GOAT at the same time. Perfect is dealing with this bot. What is going on? They're 1-3-1 and they're taking everything on the map. They have a gold lead out of nowhere. They have a Dragon Soul. I'm excited too, Doctom. I don't blame you.
Blink and suddenly KT Roaster bringing you to game.
But also, like,
feels like, but we're not there yet. But I mean, what? Play around a Baron start, and now they just have full prio entirely. So now that Engage Palm lets him initiate, especially because
they're running at Doctom, who is once again taking too much damage. That is another two-shot barrage. He just walks too slow, ladies and gentlemen. Now KT trying to make up for it. Keria gonna go down. Ona goes golden, but it does not save him. And everyone's just in the KT blender. Cuz looking for it. Taking matters into his own hands. Gets the extended range on the Q, and Smash goes down. Doran is tank Jax. I don't know what he's supposed to really do here. He goes golden a little bit, and then BDD takes him down. And Faker is running for the hills. Now KT going to get the Baron. They can now use the Baron. Maybe wait 4 seconds. But now they can use the Baron to take an Elder. And so KT are really in favor. And if they kill Cuz here, that is actually kind of huge. They spot Faker here for a moment. Doran dives in on top of Perfect, but he taxis himself out using the Galio. And Doran is now going to pay the price. Oh, T1! That may have been a game-losing play because the Elder Dragon just came up. Faker's able to get out, but it's a 4 versus 5.
All right, KT gonna have to make the call. They still have Baron. I think this pushing rather than Elder is definitely the way.
Yep, not wanting to take the risk here, but it does give them an opportunity. Oh, BDD makes the play, catches Keria, and the zap almost lands. Smash able to create the distance over Faker is dead, and Wei is now pushing forward. KT not risking this Elder buff at all, and it is only Smash left alive. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He takes down Wei. At least he gets that one, but it is 3 games. It was always going to be 3 games.
Gap closer, whatever the opposite is. Her weirding is going to give her some distance, right, where she can play around him really well. And in team fights and in side lanes, the Swain is constantly going to be a potential collapse target. How bad of a position this is, and also a never move's going to land here onto Faker as well. Level 1 is Wei.
Oh yeah, Wei going to have to flash that one. Oh no, it's game 1 all over again.
Unacceptable.
Absolute disaster.
Man. Like, that's a facepalm.
The rule.
Yes.
As is Austin Powers, I think also to a certain extent, but it's a little bit different. Okay, Smash diving on forward. Keria is going to look for Doctom, doesn't quite get it. Good flash out, but they do manage to get the Summoner Spell in trade for just Keria's 2 Summoner Spells. Cuz going to be taking down this Dragon though, as the Grubs are collected on the top side.
So it's a trade of Grubs for Dragon, but also they have this dive set up here potentially with Owner. No wave, though, just yet, so that's going to be enough time to crash, or before this crashes for them to get away, but it means they're going to lose farm. BDD wants to come over here and make an impact.
Oh, okay. Well, Wei is going to get back to the turret, because Doctom, he can teleport in. They do manage to claim themselves a plate, as Wei now wanting to. Going to cancel his back as the Grubs do spawn. Means he won't be able to reset in time to get over here if they do want to fight this. Equalizer could be important as Wind becomes Lightning, not going to connect. Neither does the Never Move, but the hook is going to be there. They do get on top of Keria, who does get the quickness off. Smash taking a lot of damage. Grand Starfall does bring him in. The Demon Flare available for BDD is Cuz staying alive for so long. Doesn't have flash though, so he is going to die. BDD just trying to do his best to get a kill anywhere, and it straight up doesn't work. That was a complete collapse from KT, and T1 should be able to grab themselves some extra Grubs.
They're making it look like he's made a mistake, and he actually sets up with the fake out into the re-engage there from Owner. So beautifully, pops his ult as well. Even going to get a Demolish proc on the mid turret, and then go with his Lover's Duel back to base. Areas, you know, he's definitely feeling very good about himself here in this 3rd and final game. It's just bugged because they have 2 feats of strength, right, on the objectives.
All right, yeah, so they have to have got all.
Yeah, they have to get all 6.
That's the 2 that they managed to get. This is going to be feats of strength if they do manage to secure this. KT have information. Mega Inferno Bomb could actually just be thrown in to see whether he can steal it away, but they don't have the information. There it goes. Doctom was waiting for it, but waiting a little bit too long.
He's just juggling.
Yeah. Maybe this is the time, right? Like, Arylize is complete, like BDD has got some utility. Really does need Leandries and a bit of extra damage before he's really a threat. But he's in the top lane. Faker is moving down. T1 just have so much damage if they do decide to turn, and they have decided to turn. In comes Doran, looking for that equalizer angle as public execution as they dive in on top of Faker. Can they actually kill him, though? The answer is yes, but they'll lose their Nautilus for it. Cuz has that Crescent Guard. BDD just trying to get this Demon Flare to do some more damage. It does do a fair bit off the back end as Cuz locks down the Rift Herald, and that was a better fight for KT.
Yeah, that was, you know, you could start to see some of the Swain value in those types of extended exchanges. Like, we'll be able to stop this back as well. Oh, maybe not.
Flashing on top of BDD. The Never Move does connect, but he doesn't want to bring him closer. There's the Sith Lightning! And BDD grabs the solo. Or Doran dies.
And Dr.Tom's got flash, so a little bit safer. He's going to clear this wave out.
Yeah, Owner does get some shoes together as well. His Merc Treads are allowing him to book it down towards this dragon fight. Dr. and Wei in the Banana Brush. We know Banana Brush control, so incredibly powerful.
Owner wants to ult the backline, but he also wants to stay close to the dragon so he can secure that smite.
Yeah, there's the Never Move as Faker takes the turret on the top side, immediately teleports in, is now perfect. He's going to spot the Grand Starfall. That means that Owner going to be moved out of the way of the Equalizer as well, not in position. As KT, they regroup. Perfect on that flank angle, wants that public execution. And T1, they do not want to risk it. I think that's smart. Vision of Empire does give vision. As Cuz almost just blows up. Mega Inferno Bomb avoided by everyone.
Yeah, that was kind of the saddest Zigzord I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was not a great one.
But that's just another turret here for T1. So yeah, T1 made the right call. Don't take a bad fight there. Just simply back away. It's only second dragon here for KT Rolster. It's not Soul Point. Like, I can't actually isolate a target here. KT will trade a turret back, which is nice.
Yeah, it was perfect, like being able to spot the Grand Starfall before the icon actually happened on the ground, right? Because otherwise,
it's pretty
it is actually Earth, Wind, and Fire, though. I love that.
Doran's going to get another turret here. I don't think there's any way to answer. Perfect has TP, but isn't going to opt into it. And so that's just going to be more gold in the Rumble's pocket, which is pushing him closer to that Void Staff. Likely could be a Crypt Bloom, but make Mooney upset, so I hope it's a Void Staff in this situation, especially considering the MR that's been built up here by his opposition. Perfect having that Maw online now for the side lane matchups, where like they did with those turrets last time around. If it's KT having to get to the fight second and show up, their engages aren't necessarily as robust. They're more strong defensively.
Oh, Wei is going to find Owner here. Just puts up the door, or the shield. And Cuz is going to go in. Doran not going to overcommit to this one, or is he? Equalizer goes down. It's on to BDD and Cuz, and now Carrier looks for the opportunity, gets into that backline. The Ziggs explodes. The entire bottom lane is just already dead. BDD doing a fair bit of work, but it is not enough. Cuz trying to stay alive. The flash does not work. And T1 will wipe the floor with KT.
Yeah, you know, there's very rarely when you make a color point where you're like, I don't know if they should ever really be the ones to attack when they don't know what's going on. It's very rarely a more picturesque example of something.
Yeah.
Owner and Carrier. Otacon is being taken in live by T1 after this wipe. And like I mentioned before, yeah, BDD, he stays in the thick of things for a long time. He's very difficult to kill, but as they kind of front to back this, as the rest of the team gets peeled apart.
And I just think that it is not going to work. Dr. I'm going to turn up with Baroned up minions. They do survive for a whole lot longer than they have any right to, as now BDD is just going to get ulted by Faker. Doesn't quite find the combo, as the Equalizer is also a little bit weird when there is a flash up and available. Carrier just going in because he can.
I mean, Carrier is teaching KT Rolster a lesson.
Yeah.
Like with some of these baits he set up, some of these moments where it looks like he's caught, and he's like, no, you're locked in here with me.
And it was so face up as well. They managed to get it, you know, second round on blue side.
T1 just have so many different options, and there's no risk really because they have wings. You know, they're sitting here going, well,
yeah.
You know, if you wanna try to collapse on us, if you kill someone in the side, like that doesn't matter. Can you win a dragon fight against us? We have, you know, the ability to just rejoin. Like, you can't win a dragon fight because we have Baron buff also. Like, there's just no losing.
There's another Equalizer that comes down as Dr. is going to flash into Faker and just pop like a balloon. Faker just bouncing around his ultimate, looking absolutely cool while he does so. And T1, they just kill 3. And they're able to move even further forward. Perfect has decided that he just wants to try and take whatever they can. But I think he's going to be required back home because there is an invasion as T1 look to take down their first inhibitor of the game and look for even more. Maybe they're just done with this game as Doran is just flashing on top of BDD, who just dies. Oh my god, Perfect. Maybe he shouldn't have come home. Maybe he should have actually stayed in the top lane because this game is over. Nexus Turret 1 is going to go down. Nexus Turret 2 is surely to follow. And Wei, yeah, he spent a little bit of time outside of the fountain, but I think he wants back in please end his misery, and T1 will acquiesce. That is the Game 3 victory.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.